And we are live. Welcome to the process, everybody. It is Thursday, March 30th. I am Josh Engleman here to break down a two-game NBA slate on MLB opening day. We're not going to be here very long, folks. Not a ton to talk about, but we are going to break down each team. So be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. What's good, folks? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, man, I'm not going to lie. I'm tired, but I'm tired for like the good reason. My sleep was so deep. I remember laying down and I was tired. And then it was just morning. Like, bam. I don't remember rolling around. I don't remember waking up at all. So I'm a little tired because I got up right at the moment my alarm was going off. But it's a great night's sleep. I did not win the Millie last night, unfortunately. A little heartbreaking experience there. It's a shame. Did put two entries in, cashed one, didn't cash the other. Lineups were I liked the lineups. I wish I would have had my boy Drew, who I talked up on the show over and over again. That ultimately didn't end up mattering. Let's see. What did I end up with? That was the best that I finished. I think it was like 80th or something like that. Yeah, I finished 83rd. Didn't get it there, though. Morant, Malik Monk, Mathurin, Jalen Williams, who ended up playing or, having a pretty big second half. Felt really good about that. Drew Eubanks, Talen Horton-Tucker, Kevin Knox, and Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler ended up being pretty disappointing. That one bummed me out. This is a dude that went for 52 a couple days ago. I could have used that one for sure. That would have really helped to catapult him towards the top. Mathurin going for 47. I had him in both of my Millie lineups, man. That could have been a real interesting piece, but didn't have my boy Drew. It's a shame. It's a shame. But I'll take what I can get, I had to take a couple bullets into that one. It seemed like a fun contest to get into. And it was. But we're on to a very, very different slate today. 2 games instead of 10. Tomorrow is a 13-gamer. I honestly hate the fact that we're going to even break it down. Got to do it, but it's not going to be a fun breakdown tomorrow, that's for sure. But we'll do it. No strategy show for me tomorrow or deeper dive. So the process is all you get for today. No strategy show, but I am on the deeper dive with Adam later tonight. So you'll get a full hour of Adam and I talking 2 games. That's going to be, we're going to dig in. That's for sure. We got a good game here. The Celtics Bucks should be a good one. So at least we're going to talk about a real basketball game. I don't have anything else really to talk about, though. I think we've sort of got to the point where it's time to just do this one. Might as well just break it down, finish this bad boy up, and get on out of here. We're not going to have a huge crowd, This is not the type of show that people are waking up for. Good morning to everybody in chat. It's nice to see everybody here. I've got a coffee. I'm ready to go. I swapped out my creamer. Yeah, went to the grocery store yesterday. The whatever the goat milk creamer that I had before, it's done. I can't stand it. Went back to the sweet cream Chobani. So I'm excited to take a sip of the coffee for today. So let's just get it in and get started. My eyes look tired. My eyes look like I'm struggling to keep them open. And that's like half true. It's half true. But anyway, rise and grind. Everybody, thank you for being here. Check out the lineup generator. You see the link at the top. Don't be afraid to click the link in the description. But I got a coffee. I want to cheers you guys. Bang. Let's get it started for today. Oh, yeah, we're back into it. That cough hurt, though. That's for sure. All right, 2 games. Let's do it. Game number 1, 7:30 start, I think. Yeah, 7:30 start. Boston Celtics, 3.5-point dogs in Milwaukee, 236 total for Boston. Al Horford available. We got a Q tag on Robert Williams, a Q tag on Grant Williams, and a Q tag on Peyton Pritchard. I'm going to assume that everybody is playing. Does Boston play tomorrow? Is that the problem here? Celtics do play tomorrow. They play the Jazz tomorrow. That seems like a way more likely scenario to sit Robert Williams. So I'm going to assume we're getting the full freight here for Boston. So let's take a look at it. Assuming we're getting Smart, White, Brown, Tatum, Horford. Man, I wonder if they change the starting lineup. I wonder if they start Robert Williams. I wonder. Because this would be the type of game that you would want to start him, right? Like, it makes a lot more sense to have Robert Williams out there out of the gate. But I mean, it probably doesn't matter all that much for projection standpoints. This is a team that's been missing somebody pretty regularly. You know, they had everybody the most recent game, but Tatum was out on Sunday. Brogdon was out on Friday. Guess we're going to bump up Derek White to 31 minutes. We've got Marcus Smart in there for 33. That feels a tad high. I'm going to take that down 32. I got 20 for Time Lord. I'm going to make that 19. I got 31 for Al Horford. That feels mostly right. Make it 30, I guess. This is a game where we're going to get more Grant Williams, or at least a game where you would expect to get more Grant Williams. I think we could see a limited version of Sam Hauser in this one, actually. Am I missing somebody? No, I don't think so. Tight rotation. Let's get Grant Williams up quite a bit more. Hauser's just basically, to me, just going to play like a rotation and be done with it. It really is the Marcus Smart minutes that confuse me the most here. But this feels about right. 31 for Derek. They can just go so many different directions. That's where it starts to become problematic. I think 37 for Brown and Tatum feels most accurate, though. Now, rates can all stay the same. As we look at the Milwaukee side of this one, we know Milwaukee is on the back-to-back. We don't totally know the status of everybody else on the team, but my expectation is that we are getting Chris Middleton here. So we do need to move some playing time around a bit. Middleton had been playing a ton, and I'm going to anticipate him playing a ton here. I'm going to bump Drew Holiday up to 33. Massive day out of Drew yesterday. Very frustrated that I did not get to him the way that I talked about him. He was just really good. If we get Middleton in there for 33, same as Drew, same as Giannis. We don't have too many places that we need to cut minutes. I got Lopez in for 31. We got Grayson Allen in for 27. I don't know what we're going to get out of Jay Crowder because I think he is properly hurt, but assuming he's in, it's not like he was playing all that much anyway. We're talking about like a 12-minute rotation. So I think we're good here for both teams. I got to grab rates for Middleton being in. One quick sec. Knew we had to make one change at least. We are going to zip through this show. I'm honestly pretty excited about it. Got to take the dog to the vet. Nothing crazy. He's just gross, like he normally is. Middleton, Giannis, Drew, all started. It's probably a pretty decent sample at this point now. I honestly don't. Oh, it's only 10 games. Really? They've only started 10 games alongside each other. You know what? I'm going to add a slight filter. I want every game that they all played. There we go. All three played. Yeah, that'll work. That's a better query. That should increase me a little bit. I don't mind including the games where Chris Middleton didn't start. Morning, Helms. Morning, Melvin. Good to see everybody. Yeah, that works. All right, so Portis we've got at 21. We got Brook Lopez at 17. Bump him up to Giannis, 39. Grayson Allen, 13. Joe Ingles, 10%. Geesh. Some of these guys just don't use the basketball. Take Drew down to 23, and then we take Chris Middleton to 26.5. Perfect. Now, assist rate, basically all we need here. I can't believe I'm going to play this slate tonight. It's so gross. Ugh. 10 to Drew, Giannis to 7.5. Middleton can work there. All right, so here's what we've got. And this isn't all that surprising. One, Drew's price is nowhere near as good as it was yesterday. But two, it's sort of Giannis on DraftKings, and then, it's kind of a grab bag. But Giannis's raw point ceiling today looks amazing. Drew, Middleton, Allen, Ingles, all okay options. I think Brook Lopez is your second best option from Milwaukee, but at the same time, he's a center. Now, there's only 2 games today, so the more likelihood is that Brook Lopez just looks like a really good play. But it's clearly Giannis as the top option for Milwaukee. Very, very difficult to want to try to prioritize Holiday or Middleton. On the Boston side, they look way, way, way better than Milwaukee does. I guess I lean a little bit towards Jaylen Brown over Jason Tatum. I almost feel like I need to take a minute away from both guys. And I'm going to do that. I don't think I can go 37. I think I'm going to go 36. We're going 36 to both. They still look great. Man, I'm going to take another minute away from Marcus Smart, too, and take him down to 31. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. I like Brown. I like Tatum. I like White. I like Smart, Horford, Brogdon. I think Time Lord for 4,100 is worth a roll of the dice. This team looks really good for today, but good luck separating everybody that's here. I think you're probably playing 2 or 3 Boston guys in every lineup, but I think you can kind of choose your own adventure here for the Celtics. And there's not really a right or wrong answer. They look very similar relative to salary. Obviously, it's going to be pretty hard to go to Tatum and Giannis type lineups. Now, what else do we got? Let's go to the final game. The only other game that we've got. The New Orleans Pelicans, 7-point dogs in Denver, 231 total. Let's get some more coffee in. For New Orleans, fully wide open rotation. They obviously didn't play yesterday, neither did Denver. So I'm going to reproject this rotation. Not that I think that they're doing anything different, but it's always good to just start these teams from scratch since I've been gone for a week. So we get CJ in at the point, playing, I'm going to say 35 minutes. These games just matter now. We're going to get Herb Jones in for playing about 29 a game. Yeah, I'm just going to say 30 for Herb. We're going to go Brandon Ingram in for 35. We're going to get Trey Murphy in for 35. And then we're going to get Joval. No, God. All right, so against Denver, 28, and then 20 to Nance. I mean, this is pretty simple to handle. We get Jay Rich as the backup point guard, and then some, playing about 21, 22 minutes a night. We're going to get Najee Marshall in for something in the 19 range. If I hit 20, that would give me 15 for Dyson Daniels. I think that sounds about right. I know I don't have to change rates for this team. Those are already in, so that's going to be the Pels. Then on the Denver side, we're also going to rebuild Denver. I know Zeke Najee is back, and that's something that I didn't know before. So, I knew it, but he wasn't here until I left. Jokic Q-tag, right calf tightness. Chanchar questionable. Peyton Watson also questionable. So we're assuming the standard issue starting lineup for Denver and standard issue rotation as well. So let's get Jamal Murray in for 35. We'll get KCP in for 32. We get MPJ in for 30. We get Aaron Gordon in for 29. And then we get Jokic in for 35. Zeke Najee, straight backup. Jeff Green goes in for 19. And then we just got to split the final minutes between Christian Brown and Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown, I'm going to go ahead and give 28. And that leaves me 19 for Christian Brown. Man, that feels a little healthy. I need to throw one random minute to somebody that isn't him. So let's just hide it on Reggie Jackson. Rates all stay the same. So we're through these two teams. Look, projecting these guys right now with no real injury news. It's Boston, Milwaukee, real rotations. It's the Pels and the Nuggets. 2 real rotations. It's a pretty easy slate to project. I would say Denver looks a lot more like Boston. $4,500 power point guard small forward. Point guard small forward Bruce Brown is going to be a very key value piece today, especially given the minutes that he's been playing over the past 3 games, 29, 29, and 29. Jokic and Murray, I think both look great. KCP is a reasonable option at 4,400 on a 2-gamer. MPJ, Aaron Gordon both look great. I'd say Denver looks like a slightly better version of Boston because it's just a better matchup. Very comparable totals, but Boston faces Milwaukee. Denver gets to face the Pels. Pels D's really, really bad. Really like the idea of getting to a lot of Denver here. And then on the Pelican side, Pels probably look like a slightly better version of Milwaukee, just no Giannis. There's a lot of, you like everybody that's playing, but you don't prioritize anybody like crazy. I think CJ might be the best option here. Joval at 7,600 is a really tough sell, but, raw points do matter. But, look at all those 30s. I mean, that's 31, 36, 33, 31, 29, 32, 26. You're going to get, the second game is definitely the better game from a DFS perspective. But I'm really curious to see what we get from a pay-up perspective. But we're done already. We're through both teams, or both games. We're through all 4 teams. There's not a lot of variability. So it's time to just run our crunches and call it a day. Apologies for the quick show, folks, but that's what a 2-gamer does. If you want to hang out for a long time, tomorrow's your day, because we're going to be here for an eternity. Let's start it off on FanDuel. What do we got? I appreciate having you guys here, even for shows like this. We don't have many of these left. We are getting dangerously, dangerously close to the end of the season. Actually, let's look that up because I don't know what we've got left. I don't think we're going to do any of these for the playoffs. Maybe the first day of the playoffs, maybe the second day of the playoffs. That's the best we can hope for. Just because eventually the rotations just stop being rotations and we're not really making those kind of changes. So we've got tomorrow for sure. That's one. We've got wait. There's no games on Monday? Yo, am I off on Monday? That's dope. Why are there no NBA games on Monday? Is April 3rd something important? It's fish fingers and custard day. So there's that. I didn't really realize that it was fish fingers and custard day. Ah, Larry, good shout. I totally forgot about college basketball. It's not because of fish fingers and custard. Is it because it's National Chocolate Mousse Day? Anyway, dope. I didn't realize that I was going to be off on Monday. That's really fun. Yay. Okay, so no process show Monday. Very happy about that. So we'll get 4 days next week then, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then that's it. Okay. I didn't realize that the season is over on the 9th. So, yeah, we don't have many process shows left. We won't do. My guess is usually the first day of the playoffs and maybe the second day have 4 gamers. We'll do process shows only for a slate 3 games or more. No, sorry, more than 3 games. So we have 5 process shows left, folks. Pour one out. All right, FanDuel time. What do we got? First up, optimals. 269.44. It's the optimal lineup by 0.48. Arthur, happy to have you here. Glad you found us. Jamal Murray, Marcus Smart, KCP, Malcolm Brogdon, Herb Jones, Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon, Giannis, and Al Horford. That's your optimal lineup. That all looks really good to me. Super balanced, but you also do get Giannis. There's enough value out there. So, and if we think about raw points, it's interesting how many pay-up options we do have because you've got these dueling 12K guys between Jokic and Giannis, who I think look pretty similar, but positionality matters a ton here. Demetrius, no baseball for me until basketball is over. Probably. I could potentially cover for people, but I think that I'm going to be strictly NBA throughout the playoffs. At least I have been in the past. Maybe that changes once we get to like the finals and stuff, because at that point in time, things look a little bit different. But generally speaking, I cover NBA first. But yeah, you got the dueling 12K pay-ups. Then you've got Tatum in this like slightly lower tier, but it's just he doesn't look as good, obviously. Jaylen Brown at 9,400 along with Brandon Ingram at 9,200. Those guys look pretty similar. And then you kind of fall off a cliff. So you're going to pay up to one of those Jokic, Giannis, Tatum trio. And I think Giannis is the guy you want to get to more. It seems like. But, obviously, no right or wrong answer. Let's look at power rankings. So power rankings on FanDuel. I mean, look how flat that is, guys. There's not a lot of separation here. Malcolm Brogdon climbing to the top for sure, but not in any way that you should go crazy for. Brogdon 1, Aaron Gordon 2, Marcus Smart 3, Drew Holiday 4, Jamal Murray 5, Bruce Brown, Al Horford, Porter, Herb, and Josh Richardson round it all out. But look how flat that is at the top. Jokic 22, Giannis 30. That's not really a separation. 24 for Tatum, 25 for Jaylen Brown. It's a real big mixed bag for everybody here. Now, this is FanDuel, so let's see if DraftKings looks any different. what do we have from a pricing perspective on DK? So on DK, you've got the 11-6 tag on Jokic, 11-4 on Giannis. It's just going to be easier to get to Giannis because of that power forward eligibility. Tatum is in that sort of $1,000 cheaper no man's land. And then you get that you get a quad of 8K guys: Drew, Brown, Middleton, Ingram. Seems like Jaylen Brown's going to stand out the most there. So what do we got for powering? Or sorry, what do we have for optimal? 257.21. This is the optimal by 0.75. Marcus Smart, KCP, MPJ, Giannis, Horford, Bruce Brown, Aaron Gordon, and Jamal Murray. So that's where we stand here for DraftKings optimals. Now, DraftKings power rankings, I assume, is just going to look ultra flat. There wasn't much that separated. Bruce Brown, Marcus Smart, Aaron Gordon, they are the three that are climbing to the top. Could go any direction. It ends with Bruce Brown by a lineup. Aaron Gordon and Marcus Smart are 2 and 3. MPJ and Giannis round out the top 5. Jaylen Brown, KCP, Jamal Murray, Malcolm Brogdon, Trey Murphy close out the rest of it. But very, very hard slate. It's actually kind of good. This has the opportunity to kind of mute ownership a bit. If everything maintains like this and we don't get any true outlier chalk, that's better for today's slate because we got a 2-gamer on DraftKings with 100K up top. And anytime that you can limit the ultra chalk, you can keep the dupes at bay at least a little bit. So, you could get there with a random Jeff Green game value play type stuff. But for now, guys, we've done 2 games. We've checked out 4 teams. We've run our crunches. We're in and out in a half hour. We don't normally do this, but we don't normally have 2. I couldn't even tell you the last time we had a 2-game slate for a process show. I mean, this feels like ages ago. I hope you guys are playing baseball. MLB is back. I don't know if I have those links in my description, but if you go to stokastic.com/promos, or if you just go to stokastic.com and look for the promos tab at the top, that'll list anything that we're running from a promo perspective. Sign up, check out all of our data. I mean, for baseball, the advanced stuff that we have is massive. The top pitchers tool, the top stacks tool. I mean, those 2 things drive so many of the decisions that I'll be making for DFS. I don't want to say that I'm anxious to talk about baseball because I rarely am. That's not how it works. It's a very different mechanism to have that conversation, but coming soon enough. Guys, thank you for joining me. We zipped through this bad boy just immediately. Here we were. Contenders videos will be out in a bit. I might have to drag my heels a little bit on getting out process prize picks and no house advantage. I don't know how many props are going to be out for prize picks this early for a 2-gamer. So there might be a little bit of a delay there. I probably won't have 5 plays today either, just because I'm forcing it on a 2-gamer. So we'll see what we end up with for those videos, but good luck for today, everybody. Thank you for being here. This was The Process.